sitting up in my room at this time when this song came out. It was part of the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. She was rumored to be dating Mace. Mace P. Diddy named me pretty. From Bad Boy, that Mace. Yesterday I was watching a video that he discovered Eve the rapper in a strip club. What? Another story for another day. 20 minutes into the hour. It is time for What Around Town, our big discussion. And today we are asking you, my Lord Jesus, Laura, did I scare you?
No.
Akipole, just don't even focus on the things I open sometimes. Laura Mbatha, Yolanda Mulwa, the show is Sugar and Spice, and our discussion. Given that you've watched the video.
Yes.
Laura, where we're at right now in the world, you know, you guys are growing up at a very strange time. Let me read. I found the question. Actually, go ahead.
With the current state of affairs in our country, should marriage be a financial decision? Absolutely. It should at least account for part of your decision making. And I think the perfect example we gave was like when villages were still being raided, communities were having wars against each other. Women would be married off to the strongest man in the community so that, you know, to preserve lineage, something of the sort, self-preservation. It's the same now. We require money for certain things.
Yeah.
A financial system exists that we should also just try and accept that it plays a part in how we choose partners.
And marriage is an exchange of resources.
Yes.
Genetics, genes. Marriage is an exchange. My producer is telling me to move. Marriage is an exchange of resources. Marriage is an exchange of ideas. Marriage, it's two partners coming together to
make something that will flourish and outlive you.
Yes.
Understand? So you're making a legacy. Because if I'm with a person who is concerned just to eat today, tomorrow you don't know what will happen. Today, tomorrow, we can't exist like that because we love each other. God will provide. Of course He will. But we also need to have, the long-term thinking of we live in a society where money, even if we fight it, women love money, guys are stingy with money, it's fine. That's exactly how people should be. You should worry about where your next paycheck is coming, because whether you want to or not, money is
a factor.
Exactly.
And must be.
It must
Laura,
be.
you know what my issue is with every time a woman brings up this conversation or feels the way we feel, and I don't know if you'll agree, we like to say this generation is money-minded. If you if you have the privilege of sitting down with your great-grandparents, and I mean people who are 80 and above, they will tell you, even if it didn't happen to them, they know someone who was married off during a great famine, and that family had money, and not maybe cash.
The currency changes.
Yes, the currency changes, but they had land, they had grain in their granaries, they had a huge fleet of cows and whatnot. So I was married into the great chief's home. We had senior chiefs because this was the great famine that destroyed our people. So my family we had to merge these two families so that we are not cast into oblivion. We are not. So I'm like, so a woman can't want something better for herself. Yeah. But if we're exchanging her because things are not going right for a community, or you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very unfair to say that it's a generational thing.
Yeah. No, the currency just changes.
Okay.
Yeah, the currency just keeps changing. You see, you can argue that marriage is not for you, fine. That's a whole different argument. But if you're choosing to come into a marriage, there's things that a marriage provides, whether it's companionship or whatnot. I would rather be in a relationship with a person who's not conventionally attractive, but a person whose mindset I can agree with. And, is financially stable.
Yeah.
We are all trying just to make it past the cusp of, breaking the poverty line.
Yeah.
We're all trying. So the finances really matter when you're choosing a partner. I think it's one of the biggest decisions you'll make.
It is true, especially lately when you really have to be financially savvy. Resources are getting scarcer and scarcer by the day. Only the strong will survive. I feel like it's a natural process that's happening. It's gene selection. It is the genes that are weak will die off, and the strong ones will.
I could argue in reverse.
flourish.
Like even for a guy, you don't want to date a girl who doesn't provide anything into the household. It would be great if you can be the most sufficient man who can provide everything in the household. But with the way things are, depending on where your level of success is, you need a person who can at least complement the things you're doing in a household. So I understand a male partner, a guy who's also looking for a financially stable woman, because hata kani 5k utakuongeza to my 20k, there has to be something that you're bringing into this household that will allow us to,
And I insist. In fact, I really respect men who say that I can't marry a woman who can't hold her own.
Yes.
Because if you're a partnership, then you want to marry almost an equal, if not an equal, outright equal, that pound for pound, penny for penny, shilling for shilling, even if maybe I'm the one who brings the biggest chunk of the money, but you help us direct it into investments.
Or spending less even in the household. Small things.
Yes, but you're not going to marry lip gloss and hair. And when a man says that, no one shuns them for feeling that way. But you also don't want to be the man who does everything. You'll be broken. You will be a very broken man when everything is your sole responsibility in the progression of your family. So when a woman says, or whichever gender says that I cannot marry because I don't have the resources to, I understand.
I completely understand. It's the same reason I don't date. I don't date if I can't, do basic things for myself. Show up for the date for starters.
Get yourself there.
And at least if you're choking to katikati ya pali, I can buy water, because you're not able to speak. I'm like, hey, nisaidie maji. Nisaidie maji to a wallet, Like you can't be begging from both ends.
It's true.
But people need to have financial accountability. And when you're pursuing any relationship, please know there's a trade-off that exists, or a partnership of sorts. So I think finances play a great part in choosing a partner. Maybe not everything, but it does play a very huge role. As they should.
And as we said, given the current state of affairs in our country, when you're saying that nobody can, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable to just enter and let life lead the way, like you're saying. It doesn't make any sense. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say wherever you're tuned in from. You're listening from home, you're up and about doing your errands. Call us up 0719012600, or you can our handles, Laura?
No.
At SpiceFM KE.
At SpiceFM KE. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure. On TikTok, Instagram, and X. On
all of
X. And Facebook. No, what Facebook?
Aki Laura.
You know what Facebook? I'm going Facebook Market.
Aki Laura.
Pauline.
Aki Laura. Anyway, just poke the hornet's nest. Should hear the next song. More Money, More Problems by the Notorious B.I.G., Mace and P. Diddy. More money, more problems. I see Dennis Assetto is back.